Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Fani Willis's lover just gave a new Bombshell interview where he revealed everything. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Now, you guys, I'm certain, have been following the Days of Our Lives style affair between Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. Sorry, I get them confused. Maybe they'll get married someday and have the same name. Who knows? Apparently, he was at her victory party the other day when she won her election in a walk. And according to him, they still communicate every day and are great friends. Great friends. Now, he tries to sell in this interview that he was hired based on the merits, and not the fact that he was taking her on lavish vacations while getting paid exorbitant amounts of money from the taxpayers of Fulton County, Georgia, to prosecute and be the lead prosecutor in the case against Donald Trump. Now, since the case happened, and since her affair became public, he's been taken off the case. She remains on the case for now. However, a court of appeals just recently agreed to take the appeal of Trump and his co-defendants to say, hey, look, we're going to see if she can actually stay on this case. I don't see a way a court of appeals is going to approve this. The conflict of interest is insane in this case. That being said, Wade, when he gave his interview last night, he talked about his feelings and really everything that happened leading up to and including the affair with Fani Willis. Keep in mind, Nathan Wade was a married man at the time of this affair. That's an important point when he tries to present the facts he's presenting. So I want you to like, comment, share, and subscribe when you're done watching this clip. Let's roll it.
So you were brought into the case, and you came in November 1st, and this was after there was the investigation. There's a special grand jury that then gets impaneled in May of 2022. So that's just the basic timeline. And because this is really what became an issue in attempting to remove D.A. Willis and yourself from the case, at the time that you were brought on to the case, from then through the time of the grand jury, before you were brought on, did you have a personal relationship with, or a personal intimate relationship with D.A. Willis?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Our relationship was professional. Our relationship grew organically over time. It was something that was not deliberate or intentional. I made the statement earlier that workplace romances are as American as apple pie, right? That was not to make light of the situation. Mm-hmm. That was just to say that it could happen to anyone. Of course, we're not speaking in extremes. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it's a thing that happens. It's a thing that happened to us. I felt like we dealt with it in a manner that was professional. We kept our personal lives personal and private, and I still believe that it had no place in the courtroom, not now and not then.
Now, this issue became an issue in your divorce. You filed for divorce literally the day after you were brought on as special prosecutor. And this became an issue to the point where your former wife tried to subpoena and drag D.A. Willis into the case. And so, the contention that she was making was that this was an ongoing relationship that began before. So you say that absolutely it did not begin before you became special prosecutor.
Absolutely not. And I think the contention that she was making at the time was not that it began before then, was that there was some funds that were used, marital funds that were used in order to entertain her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and now let's talk about this, because the case to try to remove D.A. Willis and to remove yourself, it involved, to me, this is not anyone's business. Everyone's personal life, as you said, workplace romances happen. But can you tell me when in the timeline of this case, because you had a grand jury that was impaneled later in 2022, about when did the relationship take place?
So let me say this. I needed to be clear that when the relationship began, my then wife was not in the home. She had moved to Texas, and we had been separated for a period of time. We did not have a relationship. She knew and I knew by agreement that as soon as our youngest child graduated high school and matriculated into college, then we would then formally file the divorce. Now, as it relates to your question specifically, you're asking when it took place from indictment or?
Well, I mean, yeah, we know that it took place obviously during the time when you two were working together on prosecuting this case or on advancing the grand jury case. I guess more importantly, did it give you pause? You're in the midst of really the most high-profile case probably of either of your lives. This is a former president, potential future president of the United States. Did it give you pause to say, you know what, this is too risky?
It absolutely did. It absolutely did. She and I had conversations about that. When we felt as though the relationship was going to a place that could potentially become an issue with our work, then we sat and we had a conversation and we did what was necessary to protect the sanctity of the case.